welcome back to the Mustang recap. We've got Valorant on, and Valorant Brown played their first map of Pearl early in the series. They played a new composition as Pearl, new to the map pool. Played the Reyna, Omen, Cypher, Raze, and Sofa. And they played against Saint and Vincent and Valorant Gold. They struggled a little bit in the Pearl map, not really finding any success. The only success they really had was on the back of Reyna, dropping 17 kills, and Sova with some 7 assists there. But SMSU does fall in Pearl, I believe 6-13. They move on to map 2 on Bind, where they find a lot more success, going back to the old tried and true Fade, Breach, Cypher, Raze, Brim lineup, and they were able to take those executes that they've been practicing lately, that we've seen them have in their Bind games, and they were able to take that one 13 to, I believe, 6. And then on to another new map on the Split, where SMSU playing another new composition. Omen, Breach, Viper, Raze, Cypher comes out on Split. And Krillic really put on a good performance, 26 kills, 14 assists, leading both of those categories for SMSU into a double overtime game where SMSU eventually do fall 13-5. Very tight series, very close series, but SMSU was not able to get it over the line. And we're going to jump into some replays of those Valorant games right now.
Luckily, Cypher does still have a trip there, so they still have a little defensive setup. But look at this. They're taking way too much time. Oh, Zero did not need to peek that. Okay, there's one. There's two. Ooh, oh, we said almost gets 3, but now it's a 2v2, and
it's a
good
one.
It's a good and SMSU.
Plant's going down.
And SMSU finding kills all over the board so far.
I suppose.
Not risking. I like that patience. You know, seeing her aim was off, so she just gets back under cover.
SMSU's kind of taking this round by storm, getting a lot of those strong picks there.
This is a bold strategy. Oh, and Viper gets behind enemy lines.
Getting a lot of information here.
There's one. And he backs off. I like this play. There's 2. There's 3. Krillic gets the 4th, and Darkness gets the 5th. What?
Yeah, you're usually looking at hopefully only losing 2 players and being able to win the round like that.
Darkness Luna doing a crazy play. Gets
gets right behind the jet, not expecting it.
I think that's a replay-worthy play there.
Yeah, we can see.
They're playing very slow here. Oh, looks like they're going to go towards A. But Krillic, will he be expecting it? Which he will be. And there's a 3-piece for Krillic. Ooh, Hyena. And what a beauty.
And he's probably got his Discord kittens.
Oh, what a save by weak side. Oh, nice kill by Krillic.
Let's go. Yes.
Nice kill by a Hyena. And Darkness, this could be a flawless buy round.
Their own out trying to give them site control. They find one, they find 2. Krillic goes big. Got a fault line deep.
Krillic's in a push. Knows it. There we go, just sprays.
And SMSU, they get the defuse. Krillic.
There, spike planted.
Chatty gets a pick there. Taken very low though.
Down to 1 HP.
Ooh, Luna going in for a crazy play there.
Yeah, trying to cause a distraction so his teammates can get out. Machete picks up 2 more.
There we go. Is this Ascent?
No, this is Pearl. This is a brand new map.
Oh, I don't think I've seen this map yet.
Well, it's not a brand new. It's new to the competitive rotation.
Okay.
It used to be in, and then they took it out, and they re-added it. Oh! Gets a free kill!
Oh,
wait, that's all of them!
Yeah,
whoa!
Just popped off.
Hyena went... Getting in position to maybe cause some problems for SMSU, but Luna's in an aggressive position here. Does have his ult available. Maybe going to wait for a better time to use that.
There
Finds
go,
one, finds 2!
It's a 2v1. Oh, what a kill!
No!
Hyena!
Yes!
Let's go, Hyena!
Let's go,
He
though.
clutches up the round for SMSU.
Oh my goodness!
Woo!
Where's
That's an interesting trip.
They found my wire.
Okay. Oh, Big L is holding a huge flank. Oh,
No! Yes.
nice kill by Hyena.
Yes.
Just like that, Hyena gets a 3K. Oh, he gets one.
Yes,
He
yes,
gets two.
yes. No!
He almost gets 3. Okay. Oh,
No!
nice
Yes.
kill. Hyena getting some clutch kills. There's one more.
No! Yes!
Let's go, Hyena! He is a shorty too. There's one.
He can do this, he can do this, he can do this, he can do this.
And Raze is going to be low. He's one shot. If Big L sees him, he's dead.
No!
Oh, but he gets the kill. He clutches the round with the 4K.
They're going to use drone. Finds more information. SMSU get that one, and SMSU get 4. Almost a clean round.
Much worse than you.
Zenark with, and yeah, that was Valorant Brown with some very nice plays there. And Valorant Gold also had a game where they were able to find a lot more success. They played Bind Map 1 with Bucky and Woken, 23 and 22 kills. And SMSU really finding a lot of success on the attack side. Fear with 8 bomb plants, the solo bomb planter for SMSU on their lineup. 13 assists on him as well. And the rest of the force also coming up big with 15 and 17 kills. And they did win that 13-9 in the second map, Haven, where SMSU found a lot of success on the defense side. Gecko pushing out from sites quite a bit, finding 25 kills. Then SMSU with 15 kills on Fear and Woken. A lot of very successful defensive holds, preventing them from getting very many rounds. SMSU did not have to play the attack side for very long as they win the map 13-5. Unfortunately, we will not have replays of that game because that game was done off stream. And League of Legends played last week as well, their final game of their regular season, and they had an interesting draft. The Shen, Sejuani, Ari, Corky, Braum. The Corky coming out to be a key pick for SMSU in the last couple weeks. The Shen being something they've toyed with a little bit throughout the season but haven't played a lot. With Zero in as a substitute jungler for SMSU here. They took a game 1 in a pretty dominant fashion. Ari and Corky finding a lot of space in the game. 8-4, 12-4 respectively. The Sejuani finding a lot of jungle camps, finding a lot of objective pressure, 4-1, as SMSU rolled to a victory on the back of that very strong front line with Corky in the back line and Ari finding those picks. Though in game 2, they weren't able to find as much success. They tried the Dr. Mundo, Sejuani, Nico, Corky, Braum, but they kind of ran out of damage as the game went on. Nico was hitting very big ults, but not having enough follow-up damage on SMSU. They fall in game 2 in a pretty decisive victory on the other side. The Vladimir felt really tough in the top lane, finding a lot of pressure, doing a lot of damage, 31,000 damage dealt in that short game. And we moved on to game number 3, where SMSU tries to adjust to the drafting needs based on game number 2. And they weren't able to get this over the line. Corky, Aurora, Lux, Amumu, Garen coming out from them. You see they stuck with the Corky for most of the series here, and they had a lot of success with it, but they weren't able to find success in the other roles. They tried that Lux that they've had a lot of success with lately, but it just wasn't able to find the picks that they needed to. And we will jump right into the League of Legends highlights right now. Pretty low, but does get out, and now they're going to look to turn on to MF. They're going to find a kill on MF,
as Rel maybe split from her team a little bit too much. Ooh, Braum misses that. Ari's going to come in and finish that kill, though. And I believe Braum does live through those tower hits. SMSU finding 2 kills in the bot lane. Zero finds the kill, the solo kill, onto the 2v1. And now Krillic finding an engage onto Dark Puppy. Here comes the taunt from Shen, finding a lot of damage. And there's the Sej ult. SMSU collapsing, and they find 2, and they're going to find Void Grubs. A nice team fight from SMSU, well coordinated. Krillic.
Oh, they're going to go in for the kill.
And they should be able to turn on this Kog'Maw.
And
Lux is the right
Corki-
idea here. Oh!
Does he die for it, though? No. And let's see here. Here comes a Mumu, though.
Mumu.
Good save from a Mumu.
Oh, it gets interrupted by the taunt. SMSU finding a lot of damage. They find 1. They find 2. They find 3. Now, weak side just trying to kite out the set here. Krillic's probably going to get taken out, and he does. But SMSU find the 4th. And SMSU are going to find Dragon as well. I'd like to see them be a little risk averse here. Here's a team fight. They're looking for it. SMSU, they're in a bad spot for this team fight. Shen, he's going to need a TP in. He is TPing in. And oh, weak side. He's left unchecked here. Doing a lot of damage. And they take the fight into the Elder Drake. But because...
When it's all said and done. Definitely loses it now. And Corki, out of position again, uses barrier.
Oh, that, yeah, has to flash that Kog'Maw. But a lot of damage coming through from SMSU.
Oh,
They
okay.
find 2. Weak side did drop. But SMSU got a double. Believe. Ari's in the back line trying to find some kills here. They need to TP in. Here comes Shen in. And they find 1. They find 2. SMSU even up things. And they find an additional, but they're going to lose on the push. Again, bringing that mid lane to bottom.
There's a weird fight for Grubs. Could just trade it for Drake. I mean, Drake's not up, actually. Never mind. Wow. Huge
It's a very
E.
good steal. For 2. That is so worth it. Ari may be aware. This is kind of an interesting situation. This set is playing a little weird, and here comes the Gwen, but the set dies before the Gwen even gets here, and SMSU, they were ready for that play. I don't think they were expecting SMSU to be... And yeah, watching those highlights, definitely some good plays from SMSU, but just not quite able to get it over the line. As we move on to CS2, where they had a game last week, and this game was a must-win for them to make playoffs. SMSU in Game 1 on Nuke, Bebster dropped 39 kills, Yang with 31 in a triple overtime game. SMSU finally win 19-17 on Nuke. Very important map for them. A very good map. It's very much in their map pool. We saw a lot of outside smokes coming down, a lot of B site pressure, not a lot of A hits from either team, and a lot of outside control. SMSU did win Nuke 19-17. And then they moved on to their opponent's map pick, Dust 2, where SMSU are able to find even more success. 22 kills on Bebster, 20 kills on Krish, Yang with 18, and SMSU were really able to find a lot of success on the second half, where they moved to the defense side on Dust 2. We saw them really have very nice holds on both A and B site. They played a lot of heavy pressure in mid, and they were able to take those to victory, winning the series 2-0 and qualifying for playoffs this Wednesday.
He's not paying attention to anything but sight, and Bebster is... Oh,
That's what they find 2. Now a 3 versus 3.
Oh my god, they
Oh,
get
all of a
4.
sudden a 3 versus 1.
This is incredible. And Frozy even on the flank. Oh, and it doesn't matter. Bebster. And now it looks like it is SMSU's time to defend here. So let's see how they can do here. Ooh, Krish goes down but gets 1 trade.
Oh, very nice. SMSU find a bunch of
And a
trades,
4v2
actually.
now. Oh, that's a good kill from Yang. And Levi on the flank. Heaven player.
Yeah, and
That is the
SMSU
up
looks
down.
like they have a site here.
This is going to
And
be the
SMSU
fight.
Oh my goodness, that is a good trade coming out from Bebster there.
A very quick trade.
Both
Ooh,
players.
both dies to
oh my
Molly!
goodness.
Molly plus HG combo! Holy cow, is that... SMSU taking a peek into Secret with the op, playing it fairly passive while they wait for some contact on other parts of the map here.
I wonder if they're going to find out this buy. Seems like they might have off of that. Ooh.
That's an early... Oh,
That is a good push
Yang.
from SMSU. Not a single casualty.
I think... Oh, Yang's going to get shot in the back here.
He might. I don't think they know he's there. But they,
Oh, yeah.
did they
for
molly off their site?
Mollied front side. They're going to...
Ooh, he's trying to quiet. What? They
Oh,
hear
yeah,
him
gets
jump up?
both!
They
didn't hear the jump up.
Goodness,
I thought they...
that's crazy.
I knew that there was one. I couldn't figure it out for a long time.
I know Brandon used to communicate to me through that thing.
Yeah.
Another
Ooh.
save round coming from UIS actually.
An
Because they
aggressive push from Yang.
goodness that I don't
Finds
like this
one,
push.
finds two, finds three!
Armor.
And they trade 1-for-1 on site. SMSU now down just one player.
I don't like fighting there.
No, I
have a
agree.
Glock.
Especially into the USBs, yeah.
You can just play site, play a corner. What are they gonna do? Push you?
They got to push Cat here.
Good kills from Bebster.
Getting those
Good
kills on Cat
from
is
Bebster.
huge. Bebster.
$1,700, get a scout, and have just as much potential to kill you in suicide as you do to kill them from suicide.
This is a
Oh, that's
slightly
good
harder
frag.
shot, but not
That's
by
a
much.
better frag even.
Yeah, Bebster just going off this round.
Oh my
Oh, he
goodness.
sees the
him,
gun?
sees him.
Okay, there.
But he still gets it. The flip. Oh boy, that's a lot of players rampant. He knows it and he's running. He doesn't have a single grenade though. He can't stop anything.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about this op buy.
Oh, that is a good kill there.
Very impactful kill.
That's
another
second
one.
good kill. Get another. Oh my goodness.
Burn Cat, but Bebster, he's pushed through all this. SMSU should start.
Yeah,
This
SMSU
player is
should
now
start
in a
collapsing
bad
the map
position.
now, because they know where
They
they
know
are.
he's not there. Yeah.
Yeah. They know where they're not.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, the
very nice
lineup
spray down.
again. This time for TF2, but they get all the kills.
Yeah, very. Maybe he drew that one himself.
He could have. He works for Plants vs. Zombies. Oh,
There,
that's a
very
great
nice
frag
kill.
from Krish there.
Maybe expecting it. That's the same push that came out the previous round.
Yep.
The flash trying to.
That's
Oh!
amazing picks from Krish.
What a play.
I think going vents. But this is going to be a really funny plant because I bet they think he's B right now.
Yep.
So he gets
Oh,
this
one person is walking
no.
back.
He gets an M4. Oh no, heard the molly even. That's a bad molly.
Yeah, it is. Oh, but that's a bad spray.
That's
oh,
a good
that's a double
spray!
kill. And into Overwatch here, SMSU had another series where this is just a series where if they win, they get a better seeding for playoffs. And SMSU comes out strong. They are using a substitute support player in the first game here, where they play an Ash Genji, Ramatra, Kiri, Moira composition on control on Busan, and they really controlled. They had a lot of pressure on Busan. They almost, I don't think they lost the point for more than one fight. They really controlled a lot of the way the Busan map went, and they were able to take that one 2-0. Then they went over to Eichenwald, where they played on hybrid. SMSU pulled out the Junkrat May combo that they kind of lost to in the previous week. They played the Ramatra, the Juno, the Lari, and they put a lot of pressure right away on them. They started on defense, and they prevented them from getting anywhere past the first point. The enemy team did unlock the first point, but they did not push the payload very far. And then they moved to attack, where SMSU plays a Tracer, Hanzo, Diva, Juno, Moira lineup, and they were finding a lot of picks early, especially at the very beginning of the game. They found the unlock on hybrid very quick, slowed down a little bit during the push, but they were able to get it over the line, winning Eichenwald 2-1. And then they moved over to push, where they put Hyena in for a substitute for their tank player. They played Ash, Venture, Diva, Lucio, Moira, in a very nail-biting push map.
as SMSU were stuck towards spawn for the majority of the game, but they were able to find the picks needed towards the end of the game, and they made a push for the last 100 meters all in overtime as SMSU eventually do close out the series 3-0 with a fantastic push map from SMSU Overwatch. And that will get them a great placement in playoffs coming up on Friday. Let's check out some of those highlights.
And Hyena gets to play the game as
I
a
think this is the
Ramatra.
Ramatra Nano. Yep.
Just go. Oh, look at
This
that.
is so disgusting.
Actually,
So
just
much
shreds through the entire. I mean, does Ramatra not just do too much damage?
damage. Dude, and he's antied for half that fight, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
OJ wants to win it this way. Swaps the Genji diving above. See what I mean? The Widow's useless like that.
Wow.
She did nothing in the team fight, and then she just dies.
Surrender to my will.
I mean, I know good Widows can find a lot. It's just, I think this map, people get baited back. Oh, this might just end right now. Mystic going in deep. Cassie trying to get the contest.
Nice.
Does get it for a split second.
Oh, okay. They're gonna
Buys
find
enough
the
time,
Juno
but,
ult in order to
oh.
secure the.
That headshot on Mercy was
matchup.
disgusting.
I didn't see it, to be honest.
You didn't see it because it was so
And now we are going to transition into the interview portion of the Mustang recap with Brandon Bentley. And we are here today with Brandon Bentley. Brandon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Brandon. Senior this year at SMSU. Grew up in a really small town. Just here to get through college and not have to do school ever again.
Yeah, I feel that. When did you start playing video games competitively? Did you grow up playing a lot of video games, or is it something you picked up more in like high school and college?
I've always been kind of more of a casual player. I didn't really start competitive until my freshman year when I came here. So, didn't play a lot of video games. I was a Skylander person on the Wii, if anyone knows what that is. So,
I don't even know what that is.
It's an old one, but yeah, I usually just play casual solo stuff, so that's what I'm more into.
For sure. Well, and what are you majoring in here at SMSU? Like, what do you see yourself doing after graduation?
I'm majoring in graphic design. I'm kind of hoping more to go. I've thought about it more, maybe into editing and stuff like what we do with the podcast here, and just overall graphics of like streams and stuff like that. Maybe more professional. Like Worlds is a crazy example, but stuff like they do there is really cool to see.
For sure. Yeah, and there's definitely a lot that goes into that. There's a lot of people working behind the scenes there. So Valorant Gold wrapped up their regular season last week with a strong 2-0 over North Georgia Academy. In Game 1, Bind, SMSU won 13-9 with Bucky and Wilken leading in kills, 23 and 22 kills, respectively. But something we don't talk a lot about is the utility that helps lead to these rounds, lead to those kills. You planted the bomb 8 times and got 13 assists. Do you feel like you get enough like credit for when you win maps like this? And like, do you feel like you're underrepresented sometimes when we look at the highlight reels because a lot of your utility is enabling those highlight reels to happen?
I feel like unrepresented maybe, but I feel like the credit, it's hard to give credit to things like that because it's not exactly what people are seeing firsthand, so they don't really think about it. It's kind of like the behind the scenes of podcast even, where people don't really think about it, but it still happens, and it has to happen for people to make it look smooth. But yeah, I think at some cases it is hard to give credit to that side.
Well, yeah, it's also hard just because maybe they win that gunfight without that utility, but maybe they don't. It's really hard to know. I mean, usually when you have the information, you're looking at like a 70-30, a 60-40 instead of a 50-50 or a 40-60. So it can be really difficult to gauge that. And in Game 2 of the series, your impact on the kill leaderboard went up quite a bit. While you didn't lead the kill in assists that game, you dropped 15 kills to tie with Woken for second most kills on the scoreboard. In Haven, you played most of the time on the defense side. Do you think that's part of the reason why you ended up with like more kills and less assists? Is because that defense side is a little bit more focused on getting those kills and not setting up teammates as much? like, how are you feeling at the end of this game in this series?
I think it was good. I don't know. It's hard to say when you really think about it. I think I'm more confident when it comes to defense-sided, so I think that also plays a part in it. I think we were attacking map 1 first off, maybe. So a lot of the kills go to like Bucky and Woken, who are a lot more confident peeking those angles, especially when we go back to like my util coming out for them. It makes it really easy for them to do their jobs, I feel. But yeah, I think I was feeling pretty good. I don't really care about kills at the end of the day. If we win, I'm happy. So
That's good. I think that's a good attitude to have, especially when you're going to play the less aggressive role, the more focused on getting the information and winning the rounds rather than necessarily being the hard carry of the team. In general, I would say you play an information gathering role within the team, usually either on like Sova or Fade. Depends on the map a little bit. Do you feel like that role is like really suited to the way you like to approach the game? Do you feel like the roles in the team make a lot of sense to you, or would you like to see between semesters here some adjustments come into those roles?
I think a lot of them make sense. I love playing intel, finding exactly where people are. It's just that dopamine rush that you get. Like if I ping exactly where someone is and people aren't really thinking about it, I feel like a lot of the time I'm thinking about it, and then we end up winning the round because of it. Maybe for other people on our team, maybe some switch ups like Bucky is really aggressive, might fit maybe some duelist roles a little bit better. But overall, I really like playing intel. Even like during our practice yesterday, I played Cypher, and I feel like I always knew where people were. So.
Yeah, kind of an info character, kind of a sentinel. He's a little bit of the mix. Getting those sprays down through smokes feels so good when they get revealed, and it's just the freest skill. Yeah, when I look at a big clutch round from you, and there's been a few things are usually present. One, the bomb has been planted or information has been passed over. And then 2, you usually have some utility available to help you play the round. When I watch you in these scenarios, I often notice that you win by kind of outthinking your opponent or otherwise forcing like a position where they have to either make the really quick, smart decision or they just lose the round. Do you try to force these types of engagements on purpose? Is this something that comes natural to you, or is it something you like very specifically work on?
I would say it more happens on accident, if anything. It could become natural at this point. Maybe I just don't think about it. I feel like I use my intel a lot. I hate dry peeking, like when you peek out with no flashes, because then someone dies and it's a useless death. But yeah, I really like to use my intel. If I have it, why not use it? But yeah, you're going to get me bullied by the team now because they always say I clutch, and it's so awkward to me. But yeah, I think I do a lot of critical thinking usually when it comes to those scenarios.
Yeah, and this isn't to throw shade or something, but I would say like your aim isn't necessarily the best on the team, but it comes down to how you use the whole kit. It's not just about having the raw aim. It's about forcing scenarios or getting yourself in a position where you make it easy on yourself to win that round. So this is a new Valorant roster this year. Looking like they're going to stay together for next semester, maybe 1 or 2 additions to the roster as well. How do you feel like the team's developed throughout the semester? Are you happy with how the team's performing at the end of this semester?
I think we've gotten a lot better. It takes a lot of time for new teams to clash, which I've learned very quickly. I think this whole semester was us really learning each other, and it kind of shows, even though we didn't see the last week's broadcast, unfortunately. But I think we played really well. A lot of the rounds we won or lost in maybe map 1 is just because we were just on that high of we're unstoppable.
Sure.
And we were just losing stupid rounds. But I think a lot of it, I think next semester we're going to come back really strong, just knowing how each other play, and it should just continue to go up from there.
For sure. And I know earlier you talked about after graduation wanting to do some of this streaming, this broadcast background stuff. Well, you've been involved pretty heavily this semester in the streaming and broadcasting of our games here at SMSU, taking more of the producing role of that. while in the past you were also involved, it's definitely like a new level of dedication to the program. What made you so like interested in being involved in that aspect? Did you have like any experience with the technology beforehand? Any advice to those who didn't want to be involved but don't want to like be casting, be behind the mic with the webcam on?
I didn't know anything about the technology, to be fully honest. I came here completely dry. I just talked to Spencer and I was like, hey, this kind of sounds like fun, so maybe we can give it a shot. And a couple days led to a couple weeks, and then it kept growing from there, and now we're here. I really love the behind the scenes. I don't know what it is. Even like in high school, I would do like backgrounds behind plays and stuff like that, like the lighting and stuff like that. Random things that, like I said, a lot of people don't think about, but if you want something to run smoothly, you need someone in that role. For advice, I would say it's not like you're in front of a camera. Worst case, you make a mistake, we fix it and we move on. There's no real concern about it. Even us, we're still learning. We make mistakes a lot here, but we keep going on forward. So
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. When you were talking there, I made a connection. You had mentioned, doing the background of these plays. That almost relates to how you play Valorant. It's like, I'm the background, I'm enabling everything to work smoothly, and I think that's the right way of describing that. You're one of the few members of the program that have been involved in esports since you've arrived on campus. You've seen a lot of development of the program with the focus of SMSU to try to make this place for students to be involved. What's like the most exciting change that's happened to esports since you joined?
I would just say the growth. I love seeing overall growth. More people coming in, new faces, even the streams. I think everyone has seen we're growing, making it look more professional, just trying to get our name out there just so we can grow our population. We're even getting like a new room. I don't know if we can talk about that.
No, you can. Yeah.
We're getting a new room, so more people on campus are going to be able to see us, maybe even streaming like in the more popular places that people can just come in and sit down and watch, which will be really exciting to do, and I'm really excited to look forward to that.
Yeah,
but just overall, the growth of the whole program is really fun to see.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy when you look at like our first streams and I'm not throwing shade at anybody who's involved in those broadcasts because I didn't know what was going on either, but like it is significantly different now. And it doesn't feel like it's that hard now that we figured out how to make it work, but it is just way different. Is there anyone you want to shout out to as we wrap this interview up? Anything you want to mention to the SMSU esports fans at home?
Of course, we got to shout out my parents. They're the reason I'm here, the reason that we keep going. Everyone at the esports program, honestly, seeing those new faces, keeping everyone going all together, just becoming kind of a family in a way, just a whole new group of people that are super comfortable with each other. And then if you're interested in esports, just check it out. We can't even say no to you. So
yeah, exactly.
You might as well just come check it out, see what's going on. Maybe you'll enjoy it and then join a team. So
yeah, thanks everybody for watching. That will wrap up the esports podcast for this week. Tune in a couple weeks. We're going to wait until all the playoffs end, and then we'll give you one last recap for the end of the semester. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.